human papillomavirus. I am the grandmother of all growth, all growing things, all life. When you throb with life, these other lives live with you. Let life fill you, and you will have little to fear from most viruses you meet. Susan Weed. 1. It's time to admit I have a secret. We've all had cancer between our legs, and while theirs blazed like wildfire, mine was a scratch on a lens, an imperfection in the red, unpolished diamond of my cervix, dysplasia, a deep flaw, precious, inside folds of ruby velvet skin, flowered, a nick. I surrounded it with quenching salves made from sticky, softened petals soaked in sun-warmed oil plucked from soil outside where their full bloom faces followed the path of the sun. My hands look like my mother's hands, so when I picked the flowers, it was she who peeled apart the petals that prepared me for my healing and stirred the golden liquid, bubbles rising with confidence that I could do it, keep the doctors at bay with a balm of my own making. It worked. Do you feel proud of your sexuality, my child? 2. He said my pussy was a mouth, and with fingers resting at the place that pulsed, he said, before I thought of them as wounds. How do they stay clean, he wanted to know. I told him of my hands that reached inside a jar of flowers, squeezed the oils from their petals, hardened their juices into almond-sized pills for my mouth down there. I slipped them in and felt them melt into the ridges and valleys, tracing coolness up and into thirsty skin. 3. The morning sky was pink today. It hung princess clouds from streaks of gold that seeped through the pale skin of sky to the left, which I've come to know as the veil concealing you like virgin bride. Drop of red no longer blistering inside your pelvis. It's strange to imagine you there and us here, you filling the sky with cotton candy the morning you passed, me sitting below the pink that pervaded as the morning sun's warmth flushed the coolness of dawn slowly, the way red radiates from cheekbones. I remember when you stopped treatment, when you felt the radiation possess you, burn you, teach you how sacred those parts were, teach you what you were willing to give up, teach you what you wanted to protect. 4. Josie was just like her namesake, always had a boyfriend like Aunt Jo, who always had a few different husbands and always outlived them, but no children to bear their names. Aunt Jo lived up in New York for a while with what's his name, the first one. It was either there or back in Jeanette she had the hysterectomy. Meg, do you think it was bad luck to name Josie after someone in our family with cancer? After the procedure, Aunt Jo lived. She grew old holding hands with the man across the street while Josie pool hopped in her final summer, prepared to pass with an iPad, and slept with the TV on. 5. When our grandpa finally got the news, he'd already filled the white ceramic bowls with blood enough times to know he needed a second look. A biopsy. Bio plus opsis. Life plus sight. What did they see in this life that lived with you, in you, instead of you? Did they see the cells of someone who pressed dough between hot iron molds and waited for the oil of anise to flower its scent around picture frames, seashells, hand-knitted slippers, niceties, comforts installed by the women you loved who took part in your kingdom, a benevolent ruler you were?